Hi, Kurt Hansen here at Innovative Timing Systems. Today I'm in our antenna laboratories where we invent all of our antenna products, and I'm excited to talk to you about the FGA1400. That's our new ramp antenna. You know, we wanted to have a ramp for a long time, but we knew it was going to be an incredible challenge to come up with something that would mitigate the risk of injury to the athlete, be incredibly easy to deploy, and be highly reliable. These were challenges for us that we had to overcome, and it took years, but we finally managed to do that. Let's first talk about safety. You know us as a company that's always had side antennas and overhead antennas. And the reason for that was it mitigates or minimizes the risk of any injury ever. So when we designed the ramp, we looked around at what was out there, and we didn't want one of those traditional 2 or 2.5 inch high ramps where somebody's foot, especially when they're tired at a finish line, might get caught on it. So you'll notice here that our ramp is 0.9 inches high. That's really important because it's a lot less likely that somebody's foot's going to get caught as they come over. We also have this really nice extended bevel edge. Also very important because it's less likely the shoe will get caught as they come over. Okay? What else did we do? Well, we have these chevrons, and that's there because if you're doing an event, maybe it's starting to get dark or it's early morning hours, just even with a little bit of ambient light, the athletes will see the chevron and it'll remind them that there's a ramp on the ground. Obviously, the color is yellow and black, and that's the universal color scheme for caution, and that's why we use that. Other things that we've done, well, the cut on the top of the antenna. If you look at the plastic, there are special grooves here that are designed to take the water and remove it quickly from the surface. If water begins to pool on the surface, it can cause somebody to slip. So again, these grooves will take care of that. Now, perhaps one of the most interesting things about the FGA is if you'll notice, it's got this articulating design. And in fact, this section is only 12 inches. Instead of a 3-foot ramp that you're trying to set on uneven ground, and in other words, it's going to have, space underneath it, it's going to absolutely be a trip hazard. We knew that if we could get to a 12-inch design with this little articulation feature, what would happen is it would hug the ground. So if you take this out for a trail run, you have it out in a field somewhere, and you've got maybe a split point or a finish line, it's nice that when you put this down, you know it's going to hug the surface, and you're going to have less chance of somebody getting injured or tripping on it. Now let me tilt this a little bit your way, and I want you to see something that's really kind of special. When it rains, one of the concerns is we don't want the ramp to move. There's people stepping on it, they're running along, and so we want it to stay put. And so we came up with compounds that we put into the ramp itself. And you'll notice here, we call these little rubber feet, and they're designed to hug the asphalt or the concrete. This plastic has a special coating on it that's also designed to hug the concrete or asphalt. That whole thing is done simply for one reason. We just don't want it to move when the athlete steps on it, because then they have the chance of becoming injured. All about minimizing injury with our products, okay? Now, what else have we done with this? Well, deployment. If you think about it, if you've ever looked at ramps, or maybe you're a timer today or you're going to become a timer, one of the big hassles is you get out there, you've got these long, heavy sections, you have to put them down, sometimes you have to snap them together, and then you might have to run your cables through those ramps, or you have to flip the lid up and service the cable if it's broken. We wanted something that was so quick to deploy and hassle-free, and that's what you've got here. So you'll notice the cable's built right in. In fact, you don't even see cables, do you? Well, that's because it's built right into the surface of the ramp with the antennas. So deployment is very simple. You simply unfold it, right? Just like an accordion, you simply unfold it, and we've got handles on the end of it, as you can see here, so that you can grab the handle on both ends. You can quickly put it across a timing point. How long does it take? About 30 seconds to deploy this out of the split point. 14 feet of coverage, 30 seconds to deploy. It's quick, it's easy. And at the race, when the race is over, you simply go out, fold it back up, and this, believe it or not, only weighs 35 pounds. It fits into a canvas bag that's about 10 by 15 by 12 inches. You toss it in your car, you're off and running, and you're ready to go to your next race. That's the FGA 1400. Thanks for watching our video.